You are listening to Chaos Springs Eternal, a Delta Green actual play, brought to you by Quartermasters of the Tabletop. This is Season 1, City of Woe. Delta Green, by its nature, deals with violent themes and disturbing imagery, as well as horrors beyond our comprehension. Now, if you're one of those people who don't mind comprehending some horrors from time to time, I think you'll have a good time listening here. Join us, won't you? And welcome back to City of Woe. Last time on City of Woe, we had a little bit of introduction for Quartermasters of the Tabletop presents Chaos Springs Eternal, Season 1, City of Woe. We had a little bit of an introduction to our characters. Cyril Moss, played by Mark.
Yep.
Joel Lafont, played by Tyler.
Hello, hello.
And Marcy Hestegath, played by Noah.
Hello. I
am your handler, Dan, a.k.a. McNuggets, a.k.a. Alchemist Fire Barbecue. That was something that I did for a little while when I was unemployed during COVID.
Great.
Good shit, too.
Barbecue rubs. So good.
So good.
I really regret not being able to get one at that time.
No worries. I don't sell them anymore because I have a job and I can't do two jobs, as it turns out, which is why I decided to join with y'all in this podcast, because I don't have enough time to do anything. So might as well add on.
Throw it into the pile, right?
I'm not always busy. What am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's very interesting because there has been this huge explosion of not only podcasts, but specifically tabletop RPG podcasts.
The actual plays, especially.
And yes, actual
Audio
plays.
dramas.
I listen to quite a few of them because I am lucky enough to have a job where I can do that. Now, my current job is not as good as the last job I had, where I had 12-hour shifts where I could literally listen to a podcast for about 11 and a half out of those 12 hours.
Amazing.
It was great. And if it wasn't such a, not physically, but mentally taxing job, where, I was working alternating days and nights, it was awful for my physiology, but I did get to listen to a lot of podcasts. So there is that.
That's always a bonus.
But
yeah,
I was curious, when you guys listen to some of these podcasts, are there anything what sticks out to you about the best of them? Obviously, for me, number one, audio quality. We are going to endeavor to bring ourselves up to really good audio quality, but even the best podcasts don't always start with the best audio quality. There's going to be some, learning and fixing and that sort of thing. So I appreciate the viewers or the listeners who bear with us in that regard. But what sticks out to you about a great podcast?
Well, for me, I think that a great podcast needs to feel like the people that are in it are actually invested in each other. And I mean, we've been together for 4 years, so we have gone through a lot together. And so I think that people I guess I could spout out some names here, but the GCP has been very influential in my life. And they feel like a bunch of people sitting around a table playing a tabletop game. And that's what we're hoping to do here with with these podcasts.
I was just going to say, kind of jumping off from that, there's the investment both in the game and in each other that I think is really important. Example, the GCP Glass Cannon podcast, and Critical Role, being I think the two of the biggest that I personally listen to. I'm willing to bet, of all of us, I'm the one that listens to the least tabletop actual play podcast. But the thing
a safe bet,
because I have so many other interests that it's just much like Dan said right out the gate, is like I don't have all this time to do anything. It's just I have a guitar I'm learning, fumbling out of my hands, and I'm sitting here trying to paint up Warhammer models and do this and do that. And that being said, though, I agree absolutely with Mark. the players and the DM, the keeper, the whatever for whatever the system is, having an investment in the story and each other's characters and just in each other as people is a big thing for me. The real big thing for me is the story, like not just the story that is being made for them, but the story of like the characters, like how they get together, what they've done, their histories, their character arcs. All very important. I don't know how many I've attempted to listen to, and I just couldn't get into a specific group's dynamic with the characters that they have, and I just couldn't unfortunately finish it, even though I'm sure it's great. It's just for me, it just didn't gel, and that's I think my number one is the story of the characters.
For me, a lot of it is like if you've got an annoying voice, which sometimes just isn't something you can help. Points at myself sometimes. I feel audio quality is super important, as is like if you've got good music going, a good plot that is rolling, and just like the party wants to play with each other is the most important thing. If it's just a random group of like schmucks that you've thrown together into a group and hoping like, hey, let's make a podcast with random people I don't know, chances are it's going to crash and burn, and you can tell from the start. But there are some other shows that have like hit the ground running in terms of like they've got a group of people, they know each other, they've got good audio, they've got good setup, and they roll incredibly well. Not like luck dice space, but like yeah.
Can we get that soundbite of Noah being like, you can see it crash and burn right out the get go, and just play that on repeat in 3 months' time?
Yep. Just put that on repeat. Yep. It's good.
We'll be good. We'll be good.
Well, yeah. So last time you got a little bit of Marcy almost got run over by a lifted pink Jeep.
Lifted pink Jeep. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that, but it was lifted. Actually, none of you rolled this search roll or anything to really get any details about that. So in the moment, you just didn't notice.
I didn't realize that I was there for it.
I think she was just in dumbstruck the fact that somebody ran a red light and almost hit her.
Yeah, I think in Carrefour, that's actually kind of a rare experience.
Right.
Especially given the nature of the town. The main street comes into town from going east-west, and then splits into Main and Park, and then rejoins on the other side of City Hall. So it's a good, 3/4 mile strip in the middle of the town that's basically an oversized median where you have the library and the city hall and a big park and a handful of other buildings. And then, on north of Main and south of Park, there's all sorts of lovely little shops and various things that line the streets, which we will continue to populate in the town. Things like this old bookstore, Pickled Pen bowling alley, with the side of the Pickled Power Palace, which is located within the Pickled Pen bowling alley, as well as Sweetwater Church and Town Square General Store. All wonderful places in Carrefour, and I really hope to help bring this town to life. Unlike the mayor, who is trying to bring proof of the unlife out in Florissant Manor, a manor out on the outskirts of town. It's a while out of town. I say outskirts. This is Louisiana. Some of these bigger plots of land, this is probably about 30, 45 minutes away, down some roads that may not be the best kept up because it is Louisiana. Marcy, after y'all's meeting with the mayor, where he gave you sort of the hook of the first adventure, to go to Florissant Manor and discover some of this, any sort of happenings of the paranormal sort, so that they could just make their application for place of historical significance a little more robust in sort of this time allotted, as he had reason to believe that there might be some sort of outside or otherwise exterior force trying to purchase the land or otherwise acquire it.
Did he ever mention what that outside force really was? Did he say like a specific company or?
No, it was just sort of rumored and hinted at some conglomeration or
Okay.
corporation.
He said he got it from a like local government official that is like, or someone in a higher form of government
Yeah.
than him,
Yeah.
Okay.
that he wants to get rolling sooner than later.
Yep. And after that, y'all had split up, and Marcy had gone to the library to search a little bit more about Florazon Manor and its history in the hands of the Babineaus, which I won't detail too much.
Did we ever name that library, by the way?
It has a nickname of Bayou Bibliothèque, but I don't know if it has an official name.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, my other suggestion was going to be the Sweet Read Library.
It was founded by a grant by Melissa Sweetreed back in a few years ago when Blockbuster went out of business.
Yeah.
She had owned the Blockbuster and then decided to spend her fortune allowing it to be a library.
All the money she made off of Uncle Buck, she decided to have that.
It's actually the most requested VHS
Of all time. Yes.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Actually, of all time, only because of the number of requests that came from Carrefour.
This is true, which is slightly to the left. All the Uncle Bucks were slightly to the left.
Slightly to the left
Yes.
of. I guess that would be the other thing that is unusual about this universe is this universe contains a town called Carrefour, Louisiana, which exists plot in the middle of sort of nowhere, Louisiana, in our universe. So,
yeah.
But anyway,
can I clarify something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you said last time that the manor it was who was it designed by?
So I said that the manor was commissioned by Henri Babineau for his wife, and it was designed by a renowned architect from Paris, I believe I said, or Milan. Because just sort of the history of it is a little bit, sketchy. There's some things that may be true, may not be true.
So designed by somebody from Paris or Milan. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Because in her notes,
cities in
he
Europe.
put orphanum, and there's something close to it, and I was like, we're already doing callbacks.
I thought that's what you said. Okay.
No, you're good. I just was like, did no one else notice?
No, it was not designed by an angel.
By an angel. There we go.
Okay. I likely misheard it. My bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, I just didn't know, like, if that was like something we were supposed to pay attention to.
Yes, you missed the. I mentioned that the mayor himself was a giant angel.
Oh
right?
yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wheels within wheels.
The mayor.
That guy.
Yeah, eyes within eyes.
I forgot to mention that the mayor is. He's supposed to look like a young. Who was the judge in My Cousin Vinny? What's that actor's name? Fred Gwynne.
I have never seen that film, so I can't.
Yeah,
Track.
You have to see that film.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh,
yeah.
It's fantastic. So a young Fred Gwynne.
Okay.
Just as a handsome man, well kept. Clearly, was a bit distracted while talking to you, but seemed earnest, and he was not trying to pull one over or do anything untoward with this request. Or maybe this is just how deep the corruption goes in these small towns. Yeah. But either way, I believe Cyril and Joel had split ways so that Joel could redress and maybe gather some equipment. So where would y'all meet back up?
Well, we were riding together as far as I remember. So together, I would.
Oh, so did you ride with him to his house?
Yeah, I would just tag along with him wherever he needed to go.
Okay.
So.
All right. Do you go into his house with him?
That's up to him. If he invites Cyril in, I think he...
Yeah. You guys are on the Phantom Phinders. This is sort of your... this is sort of your, I would say, hobby. Like, I don't know, your side gig So, but is this something where you keep it strictly professional, or y'all,
No,
you
I
know,
mean,
hang out?
that's a good question. I think Joel would absolutely like hang out if they wanted to. I don't think Joel would be like, no, this is just work. I don't see Joel being that kind of guy.
Yeah. And Cyril wouldn't be into that either. He would be very much like wanting to be friends with people. So
Yeah. And yeah, Joel would, when they arrive, Joel will be like, hey, I'm just going to be like 5 minutes. You can hang out here if you want. If you want to come in, feel free.
Yeah. So, what sort of equipment are? I guess today you're not really doing the deep investigation. You're just capturing some B-roll outside the house. So just some cameras, that sort of thing.
What do they call them? Lapel mics. The ones that just hook up, to like your shirt.
I think they call them lapel mics. Actually.
Lapels, yes.
I'm getting
lapel
gaslit.
mics.
That's the
I hate
correct
all of
term.
I just had Google pronounce it. Yeah, it's Lapels.
It's Lapels,
God,
100%.
it's crazy.
And
Lapels rhymes with Naples.
That's how you remember it.
I think that Cyril would bring like a really high end like SLR camera, like to record video and things like that. He wouldn't
Yeah,
make
that's
his
part
way.
of your job
Yeah.
too. So
He wouldn't make his way because usually they borrow like video equipment from WCLA, but he wouldn't do that right now. He would just use digital stuff.
sounds good. So after getting everything set up, y'all make your way out to Florizon Manor.
And what Joel dresses into, he puts on his nicer, like the nicest jeans he has, and then he has like one of those leather jackets that cuts off just just above the elbow, that he has unbuttoned, and then underneath is like a fake flannel shirt. Like it's a t-shirt, but like with the jacket over it, it looks like he's wearing a flannel underneath.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is probably awful to wear in
Yep.
Louisiana.
Probably, but like he's
The
leather
jacket
but here's the
just
but like
is bad enough.
He's he's
a
suffering.
full starter
He's suffering
jacket.
for the art.
It's all about the look for him.
That's fair.
And then he has the coolest
Got to really be punk.
pair of sunglasses he has possible.
All right, and y'all take off in your 350Z, which you got a what would this be? An 84-month loan. And, your car notes in the high 800s.
Got a 96 month loan.
Yeah, and he's
with your credits.
his credits.
With your credit score, you were able to get a 5.5%
Yeah,
loan.
like
so.
but the problem is he could never do that.
Yeah.
It's so good.
All right. Well, y'all make your way out following GPS route or however you navigate and find yourself at Florizon Manor, which if you'll turn to roll 20, I have Florizon Manor set up.
Ooh,
Very
very
nice.
swanky.
This is based off the Steinway Mansion, which is in New Jersey, I think, or New York, or maybe somewhere else. But it's in America. And I thought this has such an iconic look to it that I really wanted to incorporate this into the game. So I did. And you find yourselves outside this beautiful just manor, sort of sprawling grounds. Of course, everything in this photo looks nice, but as you pull up, it is clearly weather worn and broken down. Things are rusted and a handful of windows are broken. It has clearly seen better days. And since the recent hurricane, by the way, there was a hurricane a week ago, there are obvious, signs of not flooding, but plenty of water damage, and wind has knocked branches over. And but the whole house, even without the hurricane, is clearly in a state of disrepair and unkemptness. So y'all want to set up and get sort of the background of this all.
Yeah, like I said, I think Cyril would get some, like B-roll footage of swaying trees and kind of long distance shots of the manor itself, and just kind of slow pans across the face of the, whatever. And then Joel and I can do something, on camera as well.
Joel tries to get shots of him like looking at the manor with like the camera behind him, like a good ways out, so it looks like he's like looking at the face of the manor, like two boxers getting ready to like stare each other down during the weigh-in. Almost.
A real close shot of Joel's face, and then like the front of the house.
The decrepit front door. Yeah. Basically, yeah. Like he's hamming it up as much as humanly possible.
Yeah, I think that might be sort of the Phantom Phinders general vibe. It is that sort of ghost hunter appeal where it is. I mean, I hesitate to say kayfabe, but it's hard not to think that that's what it is, right? Y'all know kayfabe, right?
Absolutely,
Can't
I've watched
say I
wrestling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, kayfabe is the suspension of disbelief that is required for watching, say, professional wrestling, where everyone knows that they're putting on a show, but you pretend that they're not.
I mean, Undertaker didn't really die 7 times or whatever.
Yeah, I've never heard.
He's not really a dead man walking.
But his handler was named Paul Bearer. I mean,
yeah, and, well, I think part of it is the idea that you don't break character. Like that's what separates it from like just movies. Like movies are kayfabe. It's like, well, yeah, kind of, but also like actors don't pretend to, I mean, unless you're extremely method, you don't also pretend to be that same character all the time, and you're also in different movies. So
so that Joker actor didn't actually send all those creepy things to his co-host. Okay,
No,
okay.
no, I think he did.
What?
Oh no, he absolutely did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we call that J-fabe actually, which is where you are the Joker so hard that you become the Joker baby.
I swear my partner can
the
do that
Joker,
laugh
baby.
perfectly. It haunts me.
Oh man.
Also, I would like to say that I am personally offended that you could not remember the talented lead vocalist of one of the best bands.
Oh, I know Jared Leto's name.
30 Seconds.
That is also why it's J-fabe also for Jared.
No, I know. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Noah.
I stopped caring about Jared's the minute Jared from Subway or whatever his name is, whatever the fucker, I don't know.
Hey, he's getting all morbed up. You better calm down.
I'm getting lost in my own joke. Sorry.
Jared from Subway. I'm glad he made an appearance on our podcast.
What's that his name?
Totally unrelated.
Only took two episodes to go full Jared from Subway.
Only took 2 episodes. Wow, that's
normally it takes at least the first arc in any of our little things where we're like,
let's throw Jared from Subway in
his
there.
name was Jared. I thought it was something else entirely. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, this is when we actually revealed that this whole podcast has actually just been our own recording for our Jared Fogle any percent speedrun of Delta Green.
Yeah, anyway,
let's not.
So while y'all are filming all of this, go ahead and give me an alertness roll. See, this is what I think alertness is for. Something that you would, when you're not searching, it's just sort of your it would be like your passive perception type of thing in Pathfinder or Dungeons and Dragons. That's what I see alertness as is how tuned in are you to the local environs?
Is a bird about to swoop down and attack me?
33 under 40.
You got a critical success, which in Delta Green, this is a D100 system, and your skills are 1 to 100 basically. Although you'll never have 100 in the skill, I don't think. There's as a player you won't have that. But anyway, so you try and roll below your score, and Crits, both on the success and fail side, are when you get matching numbers. So like, 11, 22, 33 would be crits if your number is a 40 in this case. Or, if you'd roll a 44, that would be a critical fail. So, but with a critical success, what you notice as you are giving the stare down is that you notice a face in the very top window. Just for like a brief second. Not even, you couldn't say if it's a child or adult face. It's a human face. And you might have chalked it up, if you had only gotten a success, you might have chalked it up to pareidolia, which is the phenomenon where you see faces in various patterns where there are no faces. But with your critical success, you see it dart both in and out of that window frame.
Oh, like it came in, looked, and then left?
Yes, very quickly. And also, it was looking at you.
Ooh. That's spooky.
Oh, it's spooky, you say? Well, let's introduce the next fun mechanic in Delta Green, which is a sanity roll. And the sanity is a reflection of your character's grip on reality as they face things that are stressful or unnatural. Whoa! Not only did you succeed,
69.
You got a 69.
70.
This is great. It introduces the third mechanic of tonight's session, which is 69 is in my games always a critical success. Nice. And so with the critical success,
because we are children,
I want you to choose. Do you think are you dismissing this out of hand, or are you just assuming that this is some vagrant or some child playing a prank? What does Joel think in this moment that rationalizes it away, so that what seemed at first to be spooky is immediately subsumed into whatever explanation you come up with?
I think Joel sees it, and the first thought he has is, "Oh, there's someone in the building,"
and that's just okay.
Like, not necessarily. Yeah, it's like not necessarily okay, but like he's like, "Oh, that's. I thought it was supposed to be empty." I don't think he immediately thinks that like someone broke in, or maybe someone like a member of the family of the mayor's great aunt is here for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are here, so it stands to reason that other people could be here.
Yeah, so that's what goes through his mind. But without skipping a beat, Joel uses this as fodder for the show, and he immediately pretends to be like, he's like, oh, dude, the camera, window, second story is like, yeah, just like, they're like, no, did you see it? There was a face right there, just there. It was looking right at me.
Cyril zooms in on the window in question.
Yeah, right there. It's gone now, but it was just right there. It was his face, like a man, just sunken in eyes, very pallid skin.
I did not see that.
Well, it was there, right there. And then he gives it a couple seconds. He's like, "All right, that was good. That was a good shot." Someone's inside the building, by the way.
Oh. All right. Well, we'll have to check that out. Can't be walking into that building. Maybe we should knock on the door and see if anybody comes to it.
Yeah, we definitely need to make sure that we're clear to film inside.
Well, maybe. Well, we did say we're not going in the building, but if there's somebody in there, we kind of need to know what's going on.
I agree. Let's do that first, and then we'll shoot the official intro. How's that sound?
That sounds good. Let's go check on the interior and see if there's anybody in there. Is there any signs that there are other people have been here? Like, there's not like a Honda Civic parked in the driveway or something.
Nope, there's no obviously working cars. There's a handful of like very rusted out cars. It's sort of, I hate to say this, but in many parts of the South, people will just leave their cars to rust in their lawns rather than do anything
What?
with it.
No. I haven't seen 5 driving around today. No.
Well, it happens in the north too, so
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Well,
just under
I
4
don't-
feet of snow.
I don't drive in
Yeah,
the north,
it's just
so
under 4 feet of snow.
Oh, so it's just obscured up there. Okay.
Yeah, we hide it better.
yeah. You think it's just a snow mound, and you go to hit it while you're sledding down the hill, and then your face meets the grill of a '73
Yeah,
Chevelle. Like it's
you're
just
shoveling one day and you uncover a Buick. It's good times.
exactly.
That's how I actually got my first car.
That's how we all get our first cars.
Yeah, I think Joel would go up and knock first.
Okay. Knocking on the door. It echoes deeply, but is not. It does not appear that you receive any answer after some moments of waiting.
I'll try the door handle.
It opens right to you. Let me put y'all on.
Oh boy.
First, let me check this, make sure I've got everything hidden. I don't have actual things for you, but I'm assuming that y'all see where you are in the bottom right.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
Entering the manor, there's a small receiving room with doors on, the front door behind you, and another door. There's some, everything in here is fairly decrepit and worn. You see some, the tiling is broken, and the wallpaper is molted near off in many cases. But you see through the door in front of you that it opens up into a larger area. Let me go ahead and reveal that. Polygon reveal. There you go.
Oh, I just got chills after that stinger.
Yeah, that was a great little piano note. It is relatively dark in here. Still, there's light filtering in through the windows.
What time of year is it?
September. That sounds
Okay.
right.
So still balls hot and hurricane moist Louisiana.
Exactly.
Got it. All right. Does it look like anything's been disturbed in here? Like, is there dust that somebody's walked on, or that kind of thing?
If you wanted to enter the room and make a search roll, you could attempt this to see, but it would be at a penalty because of the just general condition of the house.
Okay. Joel, I don't know that we need to go all up in here because we gotta wait for Marseille because she also needs to be in on this with us. We just need to make sure there's nobody in here.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing anything crazy, just making sure that they're not going to mess with the shots.
No, that's true. That's true. He'll call out. How about that? Cyril will call out and see if anything happens.
Okay. Calling out. You give a. What do you say?
He would call out, if there's anyone in here, you need to come out like a children of the corn. Come on out now.
Like the children of the corn.
Listening for a response, you hear the sound of just general creaking. Nothing that seems like an exact response to your request.
All right, well, I don't like the creaking noises, but other than that, it's just pretty standard house that we've done, 10 or 15 times at WCLA.
Funny that Sirenscape piano should come across, because after you give that response, you swear you hear a piano note being played. It's hard to tell though. It's one of those things. It's soft enough that it may have been a bird from outside, or It's hard to say.
Hey, Cyril, you're recording, right?
I'm always recording. And he is. He does have his camera pointed at stuff, so.
Listen, I agree we should probably wait for Marcy. But creepy piano music playing, that's prime filler.
No, that's true. That is true.
And Joel will start walking into the main hall here. Just call out again. If you can hear me, if you can hear me, either come out or play chopsticks.
Love the piano notes. That is perfect. You do hear coming from the left just a faint piano stroke.
Is that lining up with where I saw the face?
No, you saw the face upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, I'll open that door and peek my head in.
Entering suit, you see evidently some sort of it's got some exterior doors, but there's a rotted great big rug in the center of the room, and there's a back half of the room that has some sort of broken chairs and couches, maybe like a lamp or like even like a fireplace, which is unusual for Louisiana homes. The piano is clearly worn down. It's an old Steinway baby grand. Looks very nice, but in just terrible condition. You don't, I mean, looking at it, you don't hear anything from it right away.
Walk up to the piano and I'll just press one of the keys to see what sound it makes.
It gives a very muted thunk, like there's something laid across the strings inside, as if there was a dampener on it.
I'll look back at Cyril. There's no way this thing was playing, right?
I mean, you heard a note, I heard a note. I mean, it could be coming from somewhere else in the house, but I don't know. That seems the most likely candidate right now is that baby grand.
Here, Cyril, roll around. I'm going to open up the top. I want you to get a good shot of this.
Cyril does that.
Okay, as you open it, please make a dex, just a straight up dex roll.
Oh, dex, you say?
Yeah.
All right, love that for me.
No, this is for Cyril. I assume Cyril's the one opening it.
I assumed that Joel was opening it.
No, I was going to be the one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're
I was
opening.
going to open it while.
Go ahead and make a dex roll then. Yeah.
Ooh, 5 under 50.
Perfect. So as you open it, you hear a squeaking and a scratching, and you manage to jump away as an oversized rat leaps out and then scurries back through this room and away out this door.
Yeah. As it jumps out, Joel's like, "Oh, Jesus, fuck!"
So that gave a little bit of a spook.
Well, you had to know there was going to be rats, Joel. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, but man, it came at me.
Yeah.
You heard it. It hissed.
They're always coming at you. Every rat you've ever seen comes at you.
Just because it happens doesn't mean you get used to it.
Well, that's probably true, but...
All right, well, that at least debunks that. All right, let's head back out. We'll shoot the intro and we'll call Marcy and see what she has to say.
Sounds good. Let's do this. He kind of gets a room filler, kind of like backing out of the room, getting like a close up, like a a forced perspective on the like piano keys and things of that nature. So
Yeah,
Some
some very excellent
real
shots,
artsy
and
stuff.
both of you, yeah, both of you do feel like this is creepy, right? Like this is a derelict house. I mean, this is ideal for a haunted house type
Yeah.
of a vibe.
Is there any pictures on the wall? Is there anything like, are there pictures like family portraits or anything like that?
No, the walls are mostly bare. There's a handful. I mean, they're wallpapered, but again, in many cases, the wallpaper is essentially sloughing
Sure.
off at this point. There's a handful of bookshelves that are, correct. There's no books still left. It appears most of those sort of sentimental things are gone.
And was the rug rolled up or is it in tatters like in the room?
It's fairly well worn and in tatters. Yeah, but it's right here. In the
Okay,
room,
got it.
sort of in the center. And looks like most of the furniture that would have been in this room has been moved to this
Okay.
one. So as you make your way back out to the front of the house, right as you exit the door, you hear once again just a couple strokes on the piano. Just again that faint where you almost can't tell if that was the piano or not.
Well, aside from that rat, Joel, I'm pretty sure that place is haunted.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the face is concerning, to say the least.
Yeah.
But
When you
yeah,
said it was
here,
a
let's-
man, you saw a man up there. I mean, could it have been a child?
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. The man thing was kind of made up for the bit, but
I know, but I believe you did see something.
oh no, I absolutely saw a face. It was not even a second. We locked eyes and it left.
Did it wink at you?
I couldn't be so lucky.
You've always had a way with ghosts, Joel.
All right. Here I'm gonna call Marcy and see if she has anything that we can use to record this intro.
Sounds good.
And
Cyril will start setting up his tripod again, or like getting all those stuff ready for a good intro.
Yeah, and I'll pull out my phone, call up Marcy.
Marcy feels her phone vibrate because she does not have it on ringer in the library. She will stop what she's doing, get up, walk away, find a quiet spot away from people.
Hey, Marcy, you find anything interesting yet?
Yeah, actually, I found a few things I think we can use.
Great, awesome. Just shoot me a text with the info. We're gonna start doing the intro here in maybe about 20-30 minutes. Marcy, you're not gonna fucking believe this. I think this place is actually for real haunted.
It's haunted? Like, for real?
Yeah, no, for real. I think so. I mean, jury's still out, but that's kind of why we're here. I saw a face up in the second floor, just for a second, and the piano's playing by itself, man.
Joel, you're not recording this, right? This is an actual call you're making. Did you actually heard and saw a voice in the window?
No, I didn't hear a voice, but hey, Cyril, are we recording right now?
I'm not. I mean, I'm recording. Not really.
Okay, I thought this was for the show. Okay. Did you clear out the house? Make sure should we call police to clear the house? I mean, if there's a squatter in there, we need to make sure we're not going to get stabbed.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get stabbed. We went in, we yelled, we didn't hear anyone say anything, we didn't see anyone, no one answered us.
Yeah, obviously they're not going to answer you if they're squatting.
Plus, if we
Well, I mean, Is this on speakerphone or are you just talking?
He's just talking normally.
Okay.
Listen, I don't want to get excited here, but this could be like a real one, Marcy. You understand?
I have my doubts, but you two were actually there. If you heard or saw something, I can't speak to it personally.
I mean, yeah, I get that. It sounds crazy, and I know we're so damned good at faking all this stuff, but for real, I think this is going to be the one that gets us out into the public.
Damn. Okay, I'll Well, if it is a squatter, I'll bring my timber.
I just hang up.
Click.
Nice one, Noah. I appreciate it.
No problem.
We here
I
at
asked my
Quartermasters
question.
of Tabletop
It was okay.
do not endorse violence against squatters.
Absolutely not. It is for self-protection. I just want to say it is fully like if somebody assaults them, that's her.
And two of our 4 members do not endorse Kimber ownership.
One a little more than the other.
I don't know jack or shit about guns, but I know that type of gun annoys two of
I
them.
know. I don't know what it is. I don't either, but it just annoys the crap out of them, which is
really,
so good.
really funny, and will continue to be a running joke in our games.
Yeah. For reference, I used to work at a gun store, and I never want to hear that manufacturer's name ever again. So many times, someone in between the ages of 48 and 70 have come in asking for them, and I'm like, no, we don't sell them because they don't work a lot of the times. And then I get yelled at.
All right. I haven't had to say anything for a little while, so this has been really good. Thank you for that.
Feels good.
It does feel good. This is my favorite part of podcasts is when they stop and comment on how good things are.
Good they are at
We're
it.
we're so good. We're like pros,
we just
guys.
We're so good. Yo, we should just go pro.
This is
Yeah.
continues
Hang
to
on,
be
I'm on the phone with Matthew Mercer right now. Yeah. Hey, what up, Matt?
people talk about Jordan's flu game, right? But they don't talk about
Oh my god.
he actually played a game right after that where he did great as well and took time out to point out how great he was
This is
doing.
true.
He pointed at the scoreboard. That's all me.
Self-congratulatory
That's
game.
me.
Yeah.
Although in this case, I'm actually congratulating my teammates. So great job, Scottie Pippen. That's I assume Pippen was one of his teammates during the flu game. I don't believe Rodman was, but I can't remember if he was or not. Anyways, that's all to say that y'all have rendezvoused, and are y'all? Yeah, I believe you're catching a little more of filming, or has Marcy did Marcy communicate some of the history of the house to y'all?
Oh, absolutely. Marcy absolutely would have communicated all of her findings to them.
And y'all can use that for your intro, just general background of the Florizon Manor.
I even have a little introduction written up and ready for when we are ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, excellent. Anything else that y'all want to accomplish at the manor before we turn our sights back to Marcy for a few minutes?
I don't think so. I think just while the rest of the time, we're here and Joel is, making notes on what Marcy has sent them and is coming up with this introduction, he just keeps occasionally glancing up at that window.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you don't see anything else, any more evidence of a face or activity. Even scanning some of the other windows, they are empty.
Dan, how big is the actual, I know that they own a lot of the property, but how big are the manor grounds? Is it something that we could walk around that wouldn't necessarily take 3 hours,
It's on probably 20 acres.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a fairly large bit of land, and they're far away from their nearest neighbors.
Okay.
Do they have any external surrounding buildings or
There's a shed and there's some gardens.
And there were cars, right?
Yeah, a handful of cars but a lot of these things are overgrown and
Yeah.
rusted out, and especially the sheds falling apart. It's again hard to say whether it's from the recent storm or um, if that's from just general age.
Okay. And I guess Cyril will walk around and try to find graves if he can, if there's any graves.
Okay. How long do you want to be searching? Because it's getting to about it's probably 7 at night now. So I mean, you still got light, but it's getting towards the end of it, and
Yeah.
did you?
I don't know, maybe.
I'll grant a flashlight in the 350Z, but how
Yeah,
long
I
are you
don't know,
wanting to
maybe
spend out
10,
here?
15 minutes. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, just like a cursory glance, I guess you could say.
What's your search score?
I have a 50.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make a search roll, but with a -20, just for the speed of the thing.
93 over a 30 or a 70.
Yeah,
Or
so
a
I,
30.
I think you find yourself sort of in the gardens, maybe intuiting that might be a location for some sort of memorial. But they're so overgrown, and there are some stone monuments, but it's hard to tell if this is any sort of plaque or descriptor or other sort of thing that might indicate that this is a in memoriam or a grave
Okay,
marker. It's so worn that it would be impossible to tell.
got it. All right.
So let's turn back to Marcy. I assume then Joel and Cyril, y'all are making your way downtown, back to Carrefour.
I would say so. Yeah, I would say. Well, he's got to drop me off downtown anyway. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But after her time in the library, Marcy, actually, you get after you hang up. After your call with Joel, your phone starts buzzing again,
Oh,
and the caller ID reads Barnabas.
oh shit, Uncle. I will stop what I'm doing and immediately take the call.
Hey, Marcy. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Barnabas, how's it? You okay? Do you need anything?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say on this week's grocery run, which is Tuesday, right? You do them on Tuesday.
Whenever you need them, yeah.
Okay. On that run, could you make sure to add some Advil?
Absolutely, yeah. Is something wrong?
Oh, I just hit my hand kind of hard.
Getting low?
Yeah, I'm running low, and I don't, got to make sure that I'm stocked up, and
Oh yeah.
just running through checking inventory, and noticed I was a little low, and just making sure, in addition to milk and eggs and that sort of thing, just another bottle of Advil. That's all I need.
Okay.
Hey,
Um,
how have you been, by the way?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. The mayor's got us doing some kind of, and she like looks around to see like if anyone's like listening to her, anyone nearby, peeks around corners, takes a conspiratorial tone. The mayor's asking us to like check out this place called the Floresian Manor and make it seem like it's haunted.
Oh, Florazon Manor. That's a really fancy place over super far west of town, right? I haven't been out
Yeah.
there. I've heard about it, but never got out there myself.
Do you know anything about it?
Nope, just that it's a big old house, more house than anyone could need. But well, I'm one to speak given the nature of my accommodations.
Oh, it's fine. Well, you had an entire thing. It's okay. That seems like a lot of land for like one family to have, but apparently they have this crazy history, and she'll go on for like a good like 2 minutes on like some of the stuff she researched. And yeah, they helped with like the French Resistance in World War II. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that that's the story they want to put out. That's those rich people, they always got to make themselves look like the good guys. So
Oh, absolutely. I did some pretty good digging though. If I do say so myself.
oh, I know you're a tech whiz. I don't doubt that. So, but yeah, just Advil, and just wanted to check in, make sure you're doing all right. Go ahead and roll human.
Okay. Marcy's astounding human skills are about to come into play. If I can find it on her sheet. I put so many points into this, you don't even get it. I got a 60 over 10.
Okay, and don't forget, here's our fourth mechanic of the night. When you fail a roll, go ahead and mark a checkbox next to that on your sheet, so that when we do our in between sessions, that you will be able to add one or add 1d4. I can't remember what the exact rule or how we're going to do it. Since this is somewhat different than a normal Delta Green game, normally Delta Green is split into sort of missions and downtime, and we're not going to do that. So instead, we are going to just sort of have downtime as we need it and work it into the story organically, or just by request, which y'all are carbon-based life forms, so that is organic.
Whoa.
That
By definition.
Marsh is actually a nitrogen-based life form.
no, but I meant
Ooh, that's
you don't.
wild.
You Noah, you are a carbon-based life form.
What?
Yeah. So
Can we prove that?
no, can't. That's right. So I guess you just will never increase in skills or recover sanity or willpower.
Yeah, I'm actually what is it? Chat GPT 5? Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
am right
boy.
now. They added voice to this one.
Chat GPT
You're the ones making all
TTRPG.
the. You're the one making all the presidents play video
Oh,
game.
nice.
My God, you found me out.
Why can I only send you 5 messages every 4 hours?
I'm busy.
So
He's
yeah,
talking
with
to me.
that failure, you just sort of assume that
Okay.
it's a nice conversation. He doesn't call that often, but it's not like you haven't received a request for an extra thing before.
Yeah.
And he says, thanks for taking that time, and I'll see you Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.
And he hangs up. What is Marcy up to next?
Marcia's gonna sit there and think for a minute. I'm worried about him. Advil, eggs, milk, etc., and just makes a note of it on like a sticky notepad, or not even a sticky note, but like a little planner sheet she has that she pulls out of like her pocket and marks it down and keeps going. And she would likely try to. I don't know. I think she technically does drive, but she doesn't drive particularly well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she would hop into her car that is a shitty little thing that was a hand-me-down from a cousin whose parent got them a more expensive, more fancy vehicle and sold it to Marcy for chump change because he rode the shit out of it. And she'll hop in that, make sure her gun is in the compartment, and drive on down to meet them.
Excellent. And so with that, you're going to meet them where? Right? Where do y'all want to meet up?
I imagine it makes the most sense to probably meet up at the Manor.
Well, y'all are already at the Manor. Wouldn't maybe we meet up at like the station or the local news station to pick up some more supplies.
So the local news station, that's actually the public access TV that's like an hour south of town.
Oh, never mind. If it is almost late, then yeah. Marcia will just drive straight there to meet them.
So we're doing this tonight.
I'm down to not do it tonight. I just want to make sure, like, if y'all are safe. That is Marcy's priority right now, is making sure her friends are safe.
Well, I think we need to. The mayor said it wasn't super urgent either today or tomorrow. So I think we should at least wait until tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever. I think Joel is absolutely like
itching at the bit. He's ready to like get in there, but he can absolutely be talked down into it.
Yeah, and I think that Cyril would head out to WCLA and get some equipment.
So, yeah, well, I mean, would you, I guess, would you have, so maybe Marcy's not driving out there. She would be maybe driving home or driving to one of their spots or a separate spot to meet up in town while with Joel while Cyril drives to WCLA.
We can meet at a tavern or something, get food and drink while we discuss what we'll be doing the day after.
Yeah, we can stop by like a restaurant or something.
You could always stop at the Pickled Power Palace, located within the Pickled Pin Bowling Alley.
We can.
I say we all just meet up
And
there, and then, from my understanding, is I have a very good relationship with the equipment person there, Cynthia. So I'm assuming I can get into public access.
Oh yeah, if you give her a call, you can get down there. Now, again, it'll be a little late. We're getting like 8:30, 9 o'clock at
Right.
night at this point. But she lives close to the station, so it's not as big an ask.
Yeah,
for
I
her.
think Cyril would call her and just be like, "Hey, Cynthia, I need to get into WCLA tonight. Is that going to be a problem if I give you a call before I'm headed out there?"
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I had to stay late for some editing.
All right.
I'll leave some keys under the mat. Just make sure you put them back.
Yeah, I'll sign out all the equipment and all that stuff. You know me, so I'll take care of it. All right, thank you, Cynthia. I'll give you a call and we'll let you know what's up. We got a good story happening here, I think.
All right. Can't wait to see it. Are you gonna edit tonight? Or is this you pulling out some camera?
I think I'm
equipment?
just gonna pull out some equipment tonight, but we're gonna go in there tomorrow. I think with fresh eyes. So we were out there today.
Okay. Do y'all have something for us to run tomorrow morning, or we should just run like one of the old ones?
Oh, that's true, huh? Well, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get footage and all that and do editing all tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll throw on one of the older ones. Maybe that like ranch y'all visited in North Florida. That one seems to do well whenever we play it.
Yeah, that's true. The old Iron Picket Ranch. I remember that one.
Yeah. Some real good special effects in there. I mean, obviously real hauntings, but
Right. Wink, wink. I get it. We'll let you know. I didn't even think of that, but I'll tell you what. If you come in and there's a tape on your desk, that means we did it tonight.
all right. Sounds great. Thank
No
you.
problem. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. So you make your way there, and then Marcy and Joel, y'all wanna go to the Pickled Power Palace?
Absolutely.
It just so
Sure.
happens that they are having live music tonight, and just so happens that leading
Oh,
up the
fuck yeah.
band is Ivy Winchester with her band. Did we decide on her band's name?
We have not. Give me fives.
1, 2,
Oh, don't.
3.
I've got one suggestion.
Four and a
How
half.
Go for it.
about Riot in Paradise?
Ooh.
That's a pretty good one. That
Yeah.
is
Or maybe-
that is a pretty good one.
Maybe Paradise Rebels.
Okay.
'Cause then you could have sort of like a play on Paradise and Pair of Dice. Rebels. I imagine this is a little bit of a punk band, maybe like a Southern Gothic punk.
Yeah, I imagined it was like a bit of a grunge punk style.
There you go. So I don't know. If you come up with something better, I'm willing to work with that.
No, I think actually I like what you came up with.
So Paradise Rebels.
Yeah, I kind of like that actually. Because like the stuff I had written down was like Paradise Circle and stuff like that. It's like, nah.
Cool. So Ivy Winchester, lead singer, lead guitar player with the bass and drums. She is performing tonight. She does notice you when you come in and gives you quite the stink eye, given your history with her. But y'all find a table and can order as you will. What's Marcy's go-to order at the Pickled Power Palace?
I think she just asks for like mozzarella sticks and some whatever their off-brand Coke is.
Tab.
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
tab. They have
Tab.
tab still. What about
The one place in the United States that still has it.
Joel? What does he go for?
Yeah, can I get the fried pickle chips, extra spicy sauce, please, and can I also get a Jack and Coke drink?
The waiter takes your order and sets down, sets back towards the bar, puts an order with the kitchen, while the music begins to play. And so, I mean, it's going to take you. So, like I said, it's like an hour away. So you probably roll up there. Let's say 9:00. You are able to, given your familiarity with everything, it only takes you 10 minutes. So you can be back in Carrefour around 10:10.
Okay.
Are you still wanting to do this tonight, or are you wanting to? Because it's not unusual for a ghost hunting show to do sort of these night shows, but
Yeah, I feel like Marcy and Cyril have definitely teamed up in editing an entire video down to like last minute.
yeah, and there is a place in the TV station itself to do that editing if you need to.
Okay. Well, it would just depend on what we want to do. I mean,
so right around let's call it 10:00. You roll into the Pickle Power Palace and take your place at the table. They are finishing their final set.
I have a question. Is there a standing room for them to, like, for people to like kind of dance to the music, or is it like just sitting room?
Yeah, they have a little stage and then sort of an open area around which there's a bunch of tables, so that every once in a while that people will get up and form like a small mosh type pit, but just some place to rock out.
Awesome. After like 5 seconds after finishing the pickle chips, Joel is up there just doing his rocker heart out. He is in the mosh. He's starting it. He is singing along to all the songs and having an absolute great time. The old band shirt he had prior when he met the mayor was this band's t-shirt.
Yeah, Paradise Rebels, notably playing after Ivy Winchester eyes you. She begins to play some of their newer stuff, which you're still familiar with, but notably not anything that you helped write.
I didn't have any assistance with. I don't think Joel. I think Joel is hurt a little bit, but internally he's like, "Yeah, she'll come back around."
I like that you are in a mosh type pit.
It's not a full mosh, right? It's like a semi mosh. It's a mosh.
Yes,
mosh light.
Full mosh.
There's a
Yeah,
mosh.
it's not like heavy metal mosh. I get what he's saying. Yeah,
There's just a mosh type.
Yeah, no, I get
pit.
exactly what
it's
you're
sort of
saying.
Okay.
a hole in the crowd where people mosh.
It's not a mosh pit. People aren't running around and throwing bows, and people aren't
We get
pushing
it.
people
It's a
back
little-
into it.
it's-
Like,
yeah,
there's
it's a little
people
bit.
who are
It's
all
sort of
together,
like-
they're jumping, they're bouncing.
It's sort of like how
Right.
there's when we talk about trees, like a sequoia and an ash are both trees, right? But they're
Trees.
very different. And even
Sure.
like
No, I get it.
genetically, I don't think they're related, right? They're like, it just so happens that these two things evolved completely separately and look
Right.
like this.
Just the way you said it, Dan, was just cracking me up because you were like, "It's a mush type
Yeah, well,
pit."
here in Carrefour, they do things slightly differently.
Just a little different.
Just a little bit to the left, back
Just a-
and to the left.
Back and to the left.
Anyway, So I'd like to let's round up tonight with y'all deliberating as Cyril comes to the table. The band is exiting the stage. People giving some cheers and clapping as they leave. Uh, what decision are you making? Talk amongst yourselves in character, please.
I think the entire time they're having.
I said in character.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
The entire time we're having this discussion, I think Marcy has her back to the bar, and she is fully just staring out at the lanes, and just you can tell her mind is somewhere else as she's having this kind of conversation with y'all. Yeah, we can get it done whenever we'll. I can rush it if we need to. We can absolutely just film some B-roll, and I think I've got enough material on here to fulfill what he needs. And from the footage y'all have shown me, it definitely seems like this is going to be an easy wrap.
Well, now here's the problem I have with just doing a quick job of this is that this house. I mean, Joel and I have been in it. It is pretty haunted. I mean, it felt different in that house than any other house we've been in, and I did not like the vibe. And I think that we could actually get a real haunting captured here, and I think that should be our priority. Now, I'm not saying that we got to do it tonight because I think that may be a mistake. I think we may need to take our time with this one.
With Cyril kind of taking that tone, Marcy will kind of take this a little more seriously. You think it sincerely is haunted?
Well, you know me, I'm a true believer on this shit, but it felt bad in there. It did not feel good. It felt scary. My neck hackles was rising. I don't know. We heard piano sounds. It felt different in that house than any other place we've been in.
At this point, Joel comes and sits down, wiping sweat from his brow and trying to push his hair back, and is like, "Are we talking about the manor? Yeah, that place haunted as fuck."
Yeah.
Marcy offers Joel a mozzarella stick with whatever sauce is left over.
He, without even thinking about it, snatches it and just in one big bite. All right, yeah, we need to do this right. Whatever the decision is. This might be the first time we don't have to edit much of anything in.
Yeah.
This could be the way we break out. This could be
This could be our Zach Baggins moment.
And damn it. Joel grins ear to ear. Is as long as I'm the Zach Baggins.
We've been chasing that elusive Zach Baggins moment.
Now, I hear you. I'm just worried about this being a flash in the pan. Now, we've done a lot of bullshit here and there, to and fro, but this is you sincerely think this is the one, and it's not just a repeat of that, the raccoon incident.
Oh man, how could we forget the raccoon incident? I have never been covered in so much urine.
Yeah, and I can't help but smell there was a smell when y'all came back. Did you get into anything? Did something jump out at one of you again?
Oh, Joel got scared about rat once again. Every time in these houses, a rat seems to pop out at Joel.
When we do go there, I am gonna bring my gun.
Oh no, I'm planning on going there fully armed. There's no question about it. But I mean, just in case we run into someone that's not supposed to be there. But I don't know. We was outside the building, and Joel saw someone in the actual window, and we went in the house, and there was piano music playing. So something ain't right.
Was there anything in the piano when you were in there? Did you check the piano?
Yeah, we checked the piano. That's where the rat came out.
Oh, there was did you still hear the piano after the rat came out?
Oh, we did.
Oh.
And when we pressed on the key, it sounded like it was dampened. But when we heard it without seeing it, it sounded like it was ringing out.
Yeah, Cyril, I think
Huh.
that the dampening was the rat.
No, I'm well aware. I'm just saying that it was dampened, so it couldn't have made the ringing out sound.
That is weird.
Oh, yes, that is
Yeah.
true. And Marcy, when you get there, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. This place is
Okay.
Amityville horror level shit. Right?
Yeah, I saw some pictures online. It definitely looks kind of, fucky. No mistake
Oh,
about
trust
that.
me.
Yeah.
Whatever those images show, you wait till you see the damage that this most recent hurricane brought. It's
Is it that bad?
perfect. Could be worse,
Okay.
but it's enough that we can still use it to talk about how historic this is, make the mayor happy, and also it looks creepy. It looks really fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if we do this right, it's going to be good for us. And I think we need to do it right.
So, as y'all finish up mozzarella sticks and all, making your way back, I assume you all want to head home. Is that on the right path?
If home is around the path to where we can, if we want, I thought we were trying to get this done right now, tonight.
Okay, I was hearing that you guys wanted to take your time with it. I do it tomorrow.
I thought with Drench offering, or with
Joel is gung ho. He's like,
I may have zoned out a little bit there.
come on,
no, Joel is
can't
gung
do
ho
that.
enough where he's like,
you're the
you're not here. What do you mean?
Well, okay, you're supposed to decide and then tell me what you decided. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you decided. Are you going?
Yes.
Joel is for going in tonight, personally.
Cyril is not.
But if you two don't want to, he'll do.
Cyril's
No,
not into it tonight. He thinks we should take our time with this because if we go in there now, we have to set up, and it's going to take us forever to set up and get the proper shots, and then we got to wait. I mean, what is a Friday night as opposed to a Saturday night going to do? It's not like this is the anniversary or anything.
I did the research. Is it?
Well, tonight.
Why tonight's not the
Tell
anniversary.
Marge
Okay.
sent you.
Okay.
Tomorrow, though, no.
Yeah, I would just say I need y'all to decide before we move. That's how I don't know if you know, but this is how narrative works: is that decisions happen and then consequence follows.
Yeah, it sounds like we're gonna wait till tomorrow to
Okay.
do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward. I assume that Joel is driving Marcy home, and
Marcy's driving herself.
sorry, Joel is driving Cyril home.
Cyril lives downtown.
Oh, that's right. You live basically just up the road. So y'all all head home.
Yeah, Joel is before leaving, he is messaging the lead singer, Ivy. It is like, hey, you guys killed it out there. Love the new stuff. I'm super excited to, get to hear the new album when it's ready. And then like a smiley emoji, he sends it.
Maybe 5 or 6 minutes later, it says your message has been read, and there's no response, and not another person is typing.
He looks at it and goes, "Give it a week." Then puts the phone back in his pocket.
As y'all have made, let's go ahead and fast forward to y'all being home, running through your nightly things and on your way to sleep in your beds. Joel, as you lay down, just as your eyes are closed, you just feel the slightest, it's just that little bit of like air pressure change. Go ahead and make me an alertness roll real quick.
58 over 40.
Okay, so that's a failure. So I imagine you get up out of your bed and maybe walk around, and what you realize is that you have a radio on, maybe in the kitchen or something. You have some sort of radio device, whether it's a smart device or an actual radio, but it looks like it just got turned on to like a station playing, like the NPR classical music type thing. But that's all. So turning that off, you head back to bed and fall asleep.
Grumbling that he's like, fucking Kian using my shit, not turning it off again. God damn it. He just goes, turns it off, and heads back to bed.
Marcy, as you are falling asleep, you just keep thinking about bowling, and how you really, you had time to get a game in with how long Cyril was gone, but you sort of, I think you would have felt bad about abandoning Joel to just dance alone without anyone to watch him. So I think I'll go ahead and take one willpower point from you for that.
Okay.
Just as a recognition, because let's go for I believe this is our sixth mechanic of this thing. So one of the things in Delta Green is the notion of willpower, which you lose or can spend usually on like magic or there's a handful of like things you can do with willpower. But in this case, I'm just taking it away from you. You'll get it back tomorrow after sleeping. But in this case, I'm just taking it away from you just as a recognition that you wanted to bowl, but you couldn't. Which leads us to our next mechanic, which is how you get sanity back. And I'm actually borrowing from Blades in the Dark, where Blades in the Dark, to relieve stress, you can go through one of your vices. And so each one of our characters has a vice that they use to relieve some of this sanity loss, because sanity loss is not really like, mental stability. It is somewhat, but it's also just general stress. And so I like the idea of having this sort of thing that you're obsessed with that helps you relieve some of that sanity loss. So that's what I'm taking for you. You'll get it back tomorrow. Don't worry. But she falls asleep just fine. Cyril, as you saunter home through the streets, you just thinking back to everything you've been doing, all the shots you took.
Can Cyril not be alone?
Yeah. Do you want to walk with someone, or do you have a roommate? Or
I think that Cyril would have picked up somebody at the bar.
Oh, okay. Hey, we have mechanics for Delta Green. Why don't you make me a roll for that? What sort of roll? Well, you ask. Well, why don't I look in the book and see what it says?
I think I'd use my persuade, and
yeah, go ahead and make a persuade. That's
under my charisma, I am enchanting. So yeah. So I'm going to use my persuade to see if I could talk a young lady home with me tonight.
All right. Go ahead and let's see if you can. If you have successfully mysteryed a lady.
48 under 75. Yep.
So with your top hat and go-go boots, you successfully nag a girl into coming home with you.
Jesus.
No, I'm
fucking
just
monster. Top hat.
However, he's a generally good-looking guy, and I think that
he does his usual. Why don't you come back? Well, why don't you come back to my? Yeah, I'm a photographer. We can take some pictures and get you all nice and done up and get them developed, and it'll be good to, just look at yourself in 20 years and say, "This was me."
Her name is Lila Carter. She makes her way home with you. And as you enter your apartment, which I believe is over your studio,
yep,
Image Maker Studios, you closing the door, you hear in the distance some piano notes sound, and that is where we're going to end for now. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of City of Woe from Chaos Springs Eternal, a Delta Green podcast. If you could, go give us a like, go subscribe, go rate us, 5 stars, iTunes, all that sort of stuff. We got one more episode for this premiere drop. That's right, a 3-episode drop today. And the end of episode 3 is a banger. So, hope you enjoy it. Thanks for listening. Till next time.